Hi guys, welcome to JVN testing tutorials. Today manual testing day 8 theory session. In the last class what we have seen? We have seen about the types of software testing, that is white box testing, black box testing and grey box testing. And we have seen the types of white box testing also, unit testing and integration testing, right? But we are pending with the types of black box testing. So before I explain the types of black box testing, today I will explain about the scenarios concept. Okay, let's see about the scenarios. What is scenario? So what is scenario? Scenarios means what? Testing the application in all possible ways is called scenario. Okay, what is scenario? Testing the application. Application means testing the any software application like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, matrimony application, Gmail application, any one of the application. So testing the software application in all possible ways, that is called scenario. In all possible means, in all possible ways means it can be positive scenario or it can be negative scenario. Okay, what is scenario? Testing the application in all possible ways is called scenario. It can be positive scenario or negative scenario. It is an interview question. Please listen carefully. What is scenario is an interview question. Testing the application in all possible ways is called scenario. It can be positive scenario or negative scenario. So what is positive scenario and negative scenario? Let's see. Testing the application with valid data or expected data is called positive scenario. Okay, what is positive scenario? Testing the application with valid data or expected data is called positive scenario. Expected data means given client requirement. Okay, valid data means as per the project requirement, as per the test cases requirement, we have to test the application with valid data or expected data, that is called positive scenario. Or okay, it is also called positive testing. Okay, it is also called as positive testing. Next, what is negative scenario? Testing the application with invalid data or unexpected data is called negative scenario. Okay, what is positive? Positive means valid data or expected data is called positive scenario. Okay, it is also called positive testing. Coming to negative, invalid data or unexpected data is called negative scenario. It is also called negative testing. Okay. Next, to identify the defects, we should find the scenario first. Okay, so to identify the defects, we should find the scenarios first. Okay, we should write the scenarios first. For example, Gmail application is there. Okay, first we have to test the login page, right? Right or not? So Gmail application is there. First we have to test the login page. Login page is the main module, first page, that is the first page. Okay, for every software application, login page is the first phase. Okay, so Gmail application is there. First we have to test the login page. We have to enter the username, we have to enter the password. Okay, we have to click on the login button. So first we have to test this login button. So but before testing, we should find the scenarios first. Okay, before this all testing, we should find the scenario first. So what is scenario? Testing the application in all possible ways is called scenario. It can be positive scenario or negative scenario. What is positive scenario? Testing the application with valid data or expected data is called positive scenario. It is also called positive testing. What is negative scenario? Testing the application with invalid data or unexpected data is called negative scenarios. Okay, it is also called negative testing. So this is called scenario. This is called about scenario. It is an interview question. What is scenarios? Okay, so for example, I will explain the real time here only about scenarios. So prepare test case scenarios for mobile number. So for example, WhatsApp application is there. So for WhatsApp application, we have to enter, means we have to log in with mobile number. So first login page. take the WhatsApp application and test the login page module. Okay, in login page module, first feature is we have to enter the mobile number. After the mobile number, we have to enter the OTP. After OTP, we can log into the WhatsApp application. So first we have to test the mobile number field. Okay, so in mobile number we have to find the first we have to find the scenarios. After scenarios we have to test this of that application. Okay, so for mobile number we have to find the scenarios. So scenarios, two types of scenarios, that is positive scenario and negative scenario. So for positive scenario, see here, to verify that it should accept minimum 10 numbers. Okay, for WhatsApp application mobile number, to verify that means WhatsApp application, to verify WhatsApp mobile number field, it should accept a minimum 10 numbers. So for India, as per India rules, only it should accept minimum 10 numbers. Okay, less than minimum 10 numbers, if we enter the 9 numbers, should it take? No, it don't take the 9 numbers, only it will take the 10 numbers. The correct number is 10 numbers as per the India policy. Okay, so to verify that it should accept minimum 10 numbers. Okay, to verify that it should accept maximum also 10 numbers. So if we enter the 11th number, 10 numbers, and if we enter the extra one more 11th number, should it take? No, it should not log in. That is the, yes, it should not log in with the 11 numbers, 12 numbers, 13 numbers, and 9 numbers, 8 numbers, 6 numbers, 7 numbers, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 numbers. Okay, it should accept only minimum 10 numbers and it should accept maximum 10 numbers. So these are called positive scenarios. Okay, for the mobile number, for the mobile number field. Okay, for the mobile number field, these 2 points are positive scenarios. Okay, next, coming to negative scenarios, see what here then. So to verify that it should not accept alphabets, that's right. So for login to WhatsApp, we have to enter mobile number. Only numbers is accepted here. No alphabets is not accepted. So we have to test that. If for example, if we enter numbers plus alphabets, it should not log in. It should reverse back to the login page only. Okay, so this is the negative scenario. To verify that it should not accept alphabets. Yes, correct. To verify that it should not accept greater than 10 numbers. Yes, right. As per India policy, only 10 numbers should accept the for WhatsApp mobile number. For login to WhatsApp, the mobile number number field. Okay, to verify that it should not accept more than 10 numbers. Okay, to verify that it should not accept less than 10 numbers. Yes, right. If you enter 9 numbers, do we log in that WhatsApp? Log into WhatsApp? No. If we enter 10 numbers only, we will log into WhatsApp. So less than 10 numbers also it should not accept. So it is one of the negative scenario. That's right. Next, to verify that it should not accept special characters. Yes, only numbers is acceptable. Okay, the special characters, alphabets greater than 10 numbers, less than 10 numbers, it should not accept. Next, to verify that it should not accept spaces. Okay, spaces also it should not accept, only numbers 1 to 10 numbers. It should not, it should accept only 10 numbers. That's it. Next, to verify that it should not accept a combination of numbers and alphabets. As I have already said this point, it should not accept combination of numbers and alphabets. Only it should accept minimum 10 numbers and maximum 10 numbers. That's it. Okay, next, to verify that it should not accept combination of numbers and special characters. Yes, combination of numbers and special characters also it should not accept. Next, to verify that it should not accept emojis. Yes, emojis also it should not accept. Next, it should not accept alphabets with special characters. Combination of alphabets with special characters also it should not accept. Next, arithmetic symbols like plus, minus, percentage, into mark, question mark. So these symbols also it should not accept. These symbols comes under arithmetic symbols. Okay. Next, it should not accept empty data. So without phone number, can we log in the WhatsApp application? No, right. So it should not accept with empty data also. Next, to verify that it should not accept emojis with numbers. So, combination of emojis with numbers, combination of emojis with special characters, combination of emojis with numerics, combination of emojis with alphabets, combination of emojis with alphanumerics. It should not accept anything. Only it should accept minimum 10 numbers, maximum 10 numbers. Only numerics it should accept, that to minimum 10 numbers and maximum comes to 10 numbers only it should accept. Okay. Next, it should not accept decimal values. Okay, it should not accept the decimal values also, like 0.799.867. So it should not accept these decimal values also. Okay. Next, it should not accept with emojis with also alphabets. I have said already, emojis with alphabets also should not accept. Emojis with alphanumerics also it should not accept. So emojis with spaces also it should not accept. So these are called negative scenarios. So this is the negative scenarios for number, mobile number. Okay, as per the India rules, only 10 numbers, minimum 10 numbers it should accept, and maximum also 10 numbers it should accept. Okay, so this is called scenarios. Okay, we have to find the scenarios, we have to write the scenarios like this for every particular. For example, I have explained the WhatsApp number, login to WhatsApp we use mobile number. I have explained this. For example, if Gmail application is there, so we have to enter the username and password for the login to Gmail. Yes, right. So for the username, for the username, what is the positive scenarios? So for username, it should accept alphabets, numbers, special characters. At the rate is special character, right? At the rate is one of the special characters, so it should accept for example Gmail, for example x123 vmshi vamshi at the rate gmail.com. This is my mail id. For example, I am saying this is my mail id. So it should accept numbers, alphabets, special characters, and decimals also. Decimals means pointer. Gmail.com, already it is an inbuilt, that is the default to gmail.com, it will be there. So it should accept numbers, special characters, numerics. These are the positive scenarios coming to Gmail application, Gmail login application. So what are the negative scenarios? So it should accept, it does not accept arithmetic symbols. Okay, it should not accept arithmetic symbols, it should not accept emojis. Okay, this comes under negative scenarios. Okay, so these are the scenarios, this is the scenarios, about scenarios. So scenario means what? Testing the application in all possible ways. It can be positive scenario or negative scenario. What is positive scenario? Testing the application with valid data or expected data, that is called positive scenario. Okay. What is negative scenario? Testing the application with invalid data or unexpected data is called negative scenario. So these are the positive scenarios. This is valid data, right? So this is invalid data. So we have to test the software application with valid data and also with invalid data also. So we have to test the software application with valid data and invalid data. So this is called about scenarios. Okay. Let's see the next topic about types of testing. Okay. So what is types of testing? Let's see. Any testing we can do in three ways. Okay, any testing like functional testing, integration testing, system testing, smoke testing, exploratory testing, positive testing, negative testing, unit testing, not unit testing, integration testing, acceptance testing. Okay, smoke testing, regression testing, retesting, exhaustive testing, end-to-end testing. Okay, non-functional system testing. So any testing we can do in three ways. Okay, what are there? We will see now. Okay, first is over testing. Over testing means what? Testing the application with those scenarios which does not make sense is called over testing. So what is over testing? With those scenarios which does not make sense. So does not make sense means, for example, integer is there, integer number. So integer number means same example, mobile number. So we have to enter the mobile number. If we take mobile number, so example, integer, it will accept a maximum 100 numbers, 100. Okay, it will accept, for example, integer number is the integer text, number field is there. So integer, it will accept maximum 100 numbers. Okay, but we are testing 101 is good. Okay, for so we for example, integer number field is there, so maximum 100 numbers it should accept. Okay, so we have to test positive scenarios and we have to test negative scenarios, right? Positive means valid data, we have to test with the valid data and we have to test with the invalid data. Okay, so first valid data we will test 1 to 100, 1 2 3 4 like this, so on so on, 100 we will test like this. So but we are testing 101 with invalid data also, we have to test 101 is good. Okay, it should accept 100. So if we test with 101 it is good, but 102 103 it is also good. For 2 3 invalid data we have to use the invalid scenarios and we will test, that is good. 2 3 invalid data we will for testing it is good, but we are using 120 110 117 up to 200, like 181 120 190 195 196 up to 200, like this we are testing. This is called does not make sense. Okay, understand guys? For example, again I will explain, see here. For example, integer number field is there, so it will accept only maximum 100 numbers. So but we are testing 101 102 103 is good with invalid values, but we are using the invalid values with more 120 130 140 150 160 170 170 180 190 200 210 220 220 200 to like this 1000 times we are testing. That is does not make sense. So this is called over testing. Okay, up to 100 up to 105 is good, up to 100 is valid values, up to 105 is invalid values, that is good. But we are testing like this 120 130 140 150 160 like this does not make sense and this is called over testing. So never do like this testing. Okay, so this is called over testing, testing the application with those scenarios which does not make sense, that is called over testing. Okay, next, what is under testing? Let's see. Testing the application with the insufficient set of data is called under testing. So what is under testing? Testing the application with the insufficient set of data, that is called under testing. So what is insufficient set of data? For example, take the same example, integer, it will accept a maximum 100 numbers. So we are testing like part by part. Part by part means that is only insufficient. For example, so 1 to 100 numbers is there, so we will divide it 1 to 100 by part, like 1 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100. So we have divided like this. So in 1 to 20 we will take the random values 1 to 20, like 10, 15, 14. With we will take these three values and we will test. Okay, 1 to 20. So after 1 to 20 we will take 20 to 40, 20 to 40, and we will take the random, pick the random values like 25 26 34 up to 40. We will pick the random values and test and testing. Okay, so after 40 40 to 60 we will take 40 to 60, same we will pick the random values and we will test. After 60 take 60 to 80, we will pick the random values and we will test. So dividing, like what is a insufficient set of data, we will divide whatever the 100 values is there now. So maximum it should accept 100 values. So we will divide like part by part, 1 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60. In that we will pick random values and we will test. So this type of testing is called under testing. So in this testing we miss lot of defects. We miss lot of defects. Why? Because we are picking random values. We will not testing the entire values like 1 2 3 4 5 6 and up to 100 now. So we will picking random values. So this is called under testing. Okay. Next, what is optimized testing? Let's see what is optimized testing. Testing the application with combination of over testing and under testing. So what is optimized? With the combination of over testing and with combination of under testing. So what is over testing? Over testing, the testing the application with those scenarios which does not make sense. That is called over testing. What is under testing? Testing the application with insufficient set of data. So the combination of those scenarios which does not make sense and with the insufficient set of data, the combination of these two is called optimized testing. So this is the type of testing. Let's see the next topic, environments. So what is environments? Environments has three types. Okay, environments has three types. First is development environment. Second is testing environment. Third is production environment. So these are the three types of environment. What are the three types of environments? This is also an interview question. What are the three types of environment? Development environment, testing environment, production environment. So let's see one by one clearly. Okay, what is development environment? So it is a setup which is used to develop the software application. So what is development environment? It is a setup which is used to develop the software application. So developers will use to develop the software application in development environment. Okay. First requirement gathering phase is completed. Second feasibility study phase is completed. Next design phase is completed. So after design phase, what is the next phase? Development phase. So in development phase, developers will use to develop the software application, right? So developers will use to develop the software application in which environment? Development environment. Developers will use to develop the software application. Okay. So it has hardware, software and networks. So what is hardware? Hardware means equipments like keyboard, CPU, mouse, system, monitor, etc, etc. Okay, equipments comes under hardware. Okay, next, what is software? Software means languages, like what are the languages we are what are the language software languages we are using, like Python, Java, and what are the tools we are using, like Selenium, Eclipse, Jira tool, Bugzilla, AML tool, etc, etc. So this comes under software related. Okay. Next, networks. What is networks? Networks means servers. Okay. So in development environment, it involved hardware, software and networks. So equipments, keyboard, CPU, mouse, system, this comes under hardware. Languages like Python, Java, tools like Selenium, JMeter, Jira tool, Bugzilla tool, that comes under software related. Okay, servers comes under network related. Okay, so this is the development environment. Next, let's see next, testing environment. So what is testing environment? It is a setup which is used to test the software application. So what is testing environment? It is a setup which is used to test the software application. So testers will use to test the software application in testing environment only. Okay, what is development? Coming to development, developers will use to develop the software application in development environment only. But coming to testing environment, next, after development phase, There is a testing phase now. So in testing phase, testers will use to test that software application in testing environment. So this is the point. It is a setup which is used to test the software application. Okay. It is also contains, it has hardware, software and network. So what is hardware? Hardware means equipments like keyboard, mouse, CPU, system, monitor, keyboard, etc. That all equipments comes under hardware related. Okay, what is software? Software like what are the software languages we are using, like Python, Java, C Sharp, Ruby, SQL, database. What are the, so this comes under software related, and tools also comes under software related. Okay, what are the tools we are using, like Selenium, JMeter, Tosca, and Jira tool, Bugzilla tool, AML tool. This tools under comes under software related. And networks. Networks means servers. Servers related to the networks. So this is the testing phase. Testers will use to test the software application in testing up. Testers will use to test the software application in testing environment. Okay, this is called testing environment. Next, let's see what is production environment. Okay, it is a setup which is used to run the software application. So what is production environment? It is a setup which is used to run the software application. So after completing all the phases, like in SDLC, first phase is requirement gathering, right? So requirement gathering, feasibility study, design phase, development phase, testing phase is completed. Okay, up to testing phase is completed. Like that, after completing testing phase, the software application will be installed in production environment. Okay, what is production environment? Let's see. So after completing testing phase, the software application will be installed in the production environment. In production environment, they will run the software application like a real user. Okay, they will run the software application like a real user. Real user, end users. Real users means end users. They run the software application like a end user. End users means who are using that software application, those people are called end users. For example, WhatsApp application is there. Not only WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Gmail, matrimony application, coming to TSRTC application, APSRTC application. So we are using that applications, right? So we are using the Instagram application, WhatsApp application daily. So we are using the application. So who are using that software application, those people are called end users. So in the production environment, they will run the software application like a end user. Okay, that is called production environment. It also contains hardware, software and networks. What is hardware? Hardware related to equipments like keyboard, CPU, mouse, system, monitor, etc. Software related languages like Python, Java. What are the languages we are using, and what are the tools we are using, like Selenium, JMeter, Tosca, Jira tool, Bugzilla tool. This comes under. So servers comes under network related. Okay, so this is called production environment. So in production environment, use the software application like an end user to use the, which is used to run the software application like an end user. That is called production environment. Okay, so these are the three types of environments. First is development environment, second is testing environment, third is production environment. Next, who will do this all installations, like software installations there, right? So what are the languages? Java, Python, C Sharp and tool Selenium. Who will do these installations? So if we are working in one project, so any of the project in one company, so if we are working in one project, we require both software and hardware installations, right? So one IT team will be there. They will provide all installations related to software, hardware, and server. So no need to worry about these installations, hardware, software, and network installations. So one IT team will be there. They will provide all installations related to software, hardware, and networks. Okay. So these are the three types. So these are the three types of environments, that is development, testing and production environment. So coming to defect part, what is error? Error means what? Whenever developers find the mistake between expected value and actual value, at the time developers call as error in development phase. Okay. So whenever developers are developing the application, so developers will use programming language to develop the software application, right? So after developing the software application, they will check each and every, they will do the white box testing, right? They will do the white box, developers will do white box testing. In white box testing, what will do? They will check each and every line of a program to confirm the correctness of code, whether the program is correct or any mismatch, any mistakes has there in the program. So they will check. So after that white box testing, what will be the result? So that is called expected result. Okay. So that is called expected result. Whenever developers find the mistake between expected value and actual result, okay, that time developers called as error in development phase only. Okay, developers called error in development phase. Okay, that is called expected result. Expected result I have explained. Developers will use some programming language to develop the software application. So after developing software application, they will do the white box testing now. So in white box testing, they will check what will be there. They will check each and every line of a code. So after that white box testing, what will be the result? So that is called expected result. Okay, what is actual result? Actual result means the given client requirement. The given client requirement is called actual result. So they will compare the actual result with expected result. So as per the client given requirement, the expected result is came or not. So they will check like this. So they will call if there is developers will find any mistake. So at the time developers will call as error in development phase only. Okay, they will use the terminology error in development phase. Okay, next, defect. What is defect? So whenever testers will find the mistake or mismatch between expected result and actual result while testing the software application, at that time testers call defect. So understand guys, whenever testers find any mistakes, whenever testers find any mistake between expected result and actual result while testing the software application, at that time testers use defect terminology. Okay, after software application is developed, developers will give the software application to the testers, right? So to test the what purpose will they will give they will give to the testers to test the software application. So while testing the software application, if testers will find any mistake, at that time the testers will use the terminology as defect in testing phase. Okay, so whenever developers will find the mistake, at the time developers use the terminology as error in development phase, but coming to testers, whenever find the mistake while doing while doing testing the software application, at that time testers will use the terminology as defect. So we will use the terminology as defect, developers use the terminology as error. Okay, next, what is failure? So during utilization, if customer or end users find any error or faces any problem in software application, the terminology used as failure. So after development, developers will give the software application to testers. So testers will test the software application. If it is 100% correct, then it will release to the market. They will install in the production mode and it will release into the market. So whenever we are using that software application, for example, Instagram application is there. So whenever we are scrolling the reels, okay, whenever we are scrolling the reels, some of the failures we will see at the time whenever we are scrolling the reels. So only audio is visible but video is not visible. Okay, only audio is we will hear but video will not visible. Did you observe that? Whenever, at sometimes rare cases in an Instagram application, whenever we are scrolling the reels, only video will not visible, only audio will we can hear. So at that time, end users, we are the end users, right? We are using that software application. Instagram application is we are using. So we are called end users. So at that time if the customer or end users find any error or mistake, any problem, so it is one of the problem, right? So whenever we are scrolling the reels, only audio is here, video will not visible, so it is one of the problem in the software application. So at that time the terminology we can use as failure. Okay, not only end users, if client also face a same situation after releasing the market, client will see now. So if client will see after testing, client will also will do testing, client will also will do testing. So at that time client will faces any problem or error. Okay, at that time also client will use this terminology as failure, and end users also faces any problem, end users also will use this terminology as the software application is failure. So these are the error, defect and failure terminologies. So error, defect we have to use, we will use in development phase. Defect terminology we will use in the testing phase. Failure terminology we will use in the at the customer side, client side or end users. After releasing market to the software application, end users will use failure terminology. Okay, so this is about error, defect and failures. Coming to environments, development phase, testing environment, production environment, and what I have explained about scenarios and positive scenarios and negative scenarios. So okay guys, this is the manual testing day 8 theory session. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe to YouTube channel and share to your friends. Okay, thank you.